A single handshake between a future queen and a rising football star has Spain buzzing. Before we get into it, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the Spanish royal family and the stories that bring them closer to the public. Then jump into the comments and tell us what you think. Was it just a respectful greeting, or did Princess Leonor and Gavi share a genuine moment that hints at something more? The scene was pure celebration. Spain had just lifted the Euro 2024 trophy, a triumph that united the country from Madrid to Malaga. By tradition, the national team visited the royal family at the Zarzuela Palace to be congratulated by King Felipe VI, Queen Letizia, and their daughters, Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia. From the palace, the fiesta rolled into the capital, with fans flooding the streets and, as always, converging on the iconic Cibel's fountain to savor the victory. In the middle of this joyful day came the moment that lit up the internet. As the players moved along the receiving line at Zarzuela, Princess Leonor extended her hand to Pablo Martín Pérez Guevara, known across Europe simply as Gavi, Spain's young, fearless midfielder and breakout star of the tournament. They shook hands. They shared a brief, clearly warm moment of eye contact. It lasted seconds. In a country that speaks sports and royalty with equal fluency, those seconds were enough to send social media into orbit. Part of the charm came from the total normalcy of the moment. The royal family had coordinated their looks with quiet precision. Queen Letizia, elegant as always, wore a striking red dress, a polished nod to the national colors. King Felipe paired a gray suit with a red tie. Infanta Sofia leaned into the football festivities and wore Spain's jersey, the way so many young fans did that day. Princess Leonor, poised and public-facing in a way she's earned over the past 2 years, did what she so often does well, met people where they were. She smiled. She shook hands. She carried herself like a woman who understands she is both a symbol of state and a person in her own right. Gavi, for his part, looked like any 20-year-old at the height of an impossible summer, relieved, proud, still half running on adrenaline. Fans at the palace and online quickly noted the way he glanced at Leonor more than once, the way his attention seemed to return to her during small pockets of stillness. Was he simply being polite in a formal setting? Almost certainly. Did he look like a young man who admired a young woman who also happens to be the future Queen of Spain? Almost everyone watching thought so. Toward the end of the presentation, after the speeches and applause, cameras caught Gavi scanning the room. One of those small, unguarded gestures that tell a bigger story. Was he looking for Leonor? The internet decided he was. It's exactly the kind of tiny, tantalizing moment that fuels rumor mills around the world. And the rumor has been simmering for more than a year. During the 2022 World Cup, Spanish tabloids couldn't stop spinning tales after King Felipe visited La Roja and was photographed holding a jersey signed by Gavi. The idea of a discreet crush, a sweet respect, a link between the crown and the team, that storyline stuck. The handshake at Euro 2024 poured gasoline on it. To be fair, neither Princess Leonor nor Gavi has ever said anything to encourage the chatter. Everything that exists is purely observation and interpretation. But in modern media, that's enough. The handshake looked warm. The eye contact felt genuine. The body language read as comfortable. And because both of them are young, attractive, and at the center of Spain's public imagination for different reasons, the idea of a fleeting connection between them melted perfectly into place. There's also something irresistibly cinematic about it. Princess Leonor is not a distant figure anymore. In the last 2 years, she has sworn allegiance to the Constitution in front of Parliament, celebrated her 18th birthday with the solemnity of state and the honesty of youth, and begun 3 years of military training, army, navy, air, and space, that will prepare her for a lifetime of constitutional duty. She's smart, measured, and increasingly at ease in the kind of public settings where the stakes are high and the cameras never blink. People who follow the monarchy closely can see how she has grown from a studied teenager into an assured young woman. Gavi, meanwhile, is the face of a new, fearless Spain on the pitch, brash in the best way, relentless, with a first touch that kills and competitive streak you can see even in still photos. He came through Barcelona's La Masia Academy, won his first cap for Spain as a teenager, and now plays with a kind of maturity that makes veteran teammates trust him when the match turns chaotic. He is also, very simply, a 20-year-old who seems to be enjoying every ounce of what football has given him, joyous without being cocky, humble without pretending to be invisible. Put those two storylines together, and it's no wonder the handshake went viral. It wasn't just a handshake. It was what it represented in the collective imagination. Two paths, both public, both high pressure, both shaped by service in different ways, crossing briefly at the moment Spain felt like Spain once more. The day itself was a masterclass in how the royal household meets the nation in big moments. Zazuela was dignified, stately, warm. King Felipe spoke with the weight of a head of state who understands how sport binds a country beyond politics. Queen Letizia perfected the balance between stylish and symbolic. Infanta Sofia charmed with her jersey and youthful energy. Leonor acted like what she is becoming more every day. The Princess of Asturias stepping into her future. After the formalities, everyone moved to the heart of the capital, where Cibel's fountain has witnessed generations of triumph. Once again, Madrid Center became the stage for unity. If you heard singing in every direction, it's because the joy was loud. Of course, the internet did what the internet does. Fans posted side-by-sides of Leonor at official engagements and Gavi celebrating Spain's goals. They clipped the handshake, slowed it down, zoomed in, and added heart emojis. They joked about a royal romance. They imagined what it would look like if the two ever met away from a palace or stadium. They made up memes and sarcastic asides. Some even asked, only half-jokingly, whether this was Spain's version of a fairy tale. It's sweet to daydream, but it's also important to be realistic. Princess Leonor is the heir to the throne. Gavi is a professional athlete entering the prime of his career. Both are still so young. Their lives are carefully scheduled and tightly managed for different reasons. The handshake is a moment to enjoy, a spark that gave fans a story to smile about in a summer of celebration, not a clue towards some dramatic revelation to come. If Spain's future queen had a crush as a teenager on a national hero in the making, who could blame her? If a young footballer admired the poise of a princess, who wouldn't understand? What's lovely here is the proof that formality and authenticity can coexist. A handshake is the most basic gesture of respect. It's also a meeting of equals, especially in that room. La Roja brought the trophy. The crown brought the applause. The country watched. In that instant, Leonor and Gavi did something old and new. They upheld the etiquette of the palace. They offered the public a glimpse of warmth without saying a word. The royal family understands how to ride that wave. Queen Letizia's fashion choices are never accidents. She translates messages without speeches. King Felipe's sports diplomacy is second nature to a monarch who grew up on tennis courts and basketball courts and understands how these moments play far beyond the scoreboard. Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia are learning the same dance. Wear the jersey when it's time to be a fan. Wear the sash when it's time to be a symbol. Shake hands when it's time to show the country that the house and the street share the same heartbeat. And it is impossible to ignore how Princess Leonor's own public image has shifted in the last year. In October 2023, on her 18th birthday, she swore her oath to the Constitution in the Cortes Generales. The balcony photos that day made their own news. An elegant young woman taking her place in tradition her father followed in 1986. Since then, we've seen her in fatigues, beginning the same military journey King Felipe completed. An academic first year at the General Military Academy in Zaragoza, naval training aboard the Juan Sebastian de Elcano, and then the Air and Space Academy in San Javier. She isn't role-playing. She's preparing. That knowledge changes how the public sees her in moments like the Euro celebrations. She is not a teenager in a jersey. She is a future commander-in-chief, cheering her national team like any other young Spaniard. Gavi's context matters. 2. He missed stretches of the last season with injury and fought his way back. He is part of a generation that doesn't shrink under the weight of who came before. He plays next to men who were heroes when he was a child and looks like he belongs because he worked and waited and then sees his chance. He's also famously unfussy about the attention. You get the sense he'd be happy playing in a neighborhood park if that's what the day required. That keeps him grounded in a culture that can make overnight stars forget gravity. Which is why the handshake reads so well. Neither of them tried to perform. They simply did the right thing, and the internet edited the rest. Whether or not there's ever anything more between Princess Leonor and Gavi is beside the point. The handshake will live on as a sweet clip that says something about Spain right now, confident but not arrogant, proud but not pompous, sentimental but still sane. There's another piece of this story that deserves credit: the Spanish public. It's one thing for fans to imagine stories that make them smile. It's another for them to stay within lines that keep those stories gentle, respectful, and light. For the most part, that's what happened here. People enjoyed the moment without turning it into a circus. They pushed the Duffer Brothers Stranger Things memes and the upside-down jokes over to Netflix. On the Palace side, everyone kept their cool and let the picture do the talking. In a year when online discourse has felt harsher than usual, this was a welcome exception. Of course, the royal family will move on to the next duty. Princess Leonor will return to training, studies, and the rhythm of a future built brick by brick. Gavi will return to training grounds and stadiums that echo with songs. Spain will return to the long game, keeping institutions strong and teams competitive. But that handshake will stick. It'll show up on highlight reels and in listicles and in documentaries about Euro 2024. It'll be captioned with corny lines and emojis. It'll be replayed by fans who want to remember summer that felt good. If you love the moment, you're not alone. It's okay to enjoy the fantasy for a minute. The idea that sometimes a princess meets a footballer and the country finds a new kind of fairy tale. Just remember that the real story here is already good enough. A future queen cheered for her team. A young star played his heart out for his country. They met, smiled, and shook hands. In that one gesture, Spain saw itself. Do you think there was a spark in that handshake, or was it simply a polite greeting between two young people who've grown up in the public eye? And if they do cross paths again, at an award ceremony, another victory lap, or some quiet reception, do you think the internet will behave? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Princess Leonor, Gavi, and Spain's Euro 2024 celebration, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We'll keep following the Spanish royal family, La Roja's next steps, and the moments where sports and monarchy meet. In the meantime, here's to a handshake that gave a whole country something sweet to talk about.